Hey guys, I'm Scotty and you're watching Scotty's Garage. Now we're here with our 13s for 1300 project car. Now if you've been watching, the whole idea of the challenge was to buy and build a car for $1,300 or less and make it run 13-second quarters, okay? So it has been a bit of a challenge and it's been a lot of fun. So let's just recap on what we've done so far. Alright, so we started with this 1998 Ford Falcon sedan that we picked up for $100, okay? It's not perfect, you know, it's got dents and scrapes and a little bit of rust, but the beauty of these cars is they're nice and solid and they're powered by a 4-litre straight 6, okay? So they've got a bit of grunt about them. 210 horsepower at the flywheel is standard, so, you know, they've got some power and the perfect car for this sort of project, okay? So we started naturally with the easiest thing to do, which was pull some parts out of it, you know, make it a bit lighter, get some of this interior stuff out that we didn't really need to be carrying down the quarter mile, okay? So, yeah, we pulled about 106 kilos out of it to start off with, which was a pretty good gain. Then naturally, we had to test it. Then we grabbed some dry ice to help strip out the sound deadening from the floor of the interior, okay? Just helps remove a little bit more weight. And of course, well, we blew some shit up. From there we had to blank off the back of the cabin from the boot area, alright? Because we're running nitrous, the rules say that if you're running nitrous in the boot, you've got to blank off the boot from the rest of the cabin, okay? So we used some scrap aluminium and some expanding foam to help do that. Then it was on to the exhaust system. Pulling the old exhaust removed even more weight from the car and freed up some horsepower as well with the better flowing exhaust. And of course we blew some more shit up. The fuck was that? And we looked at how to get some cool air into the engine, okay? So the traditional way was a cold air intake, but that was going to cost too much, so we decided to go old school through the bonnet, alright? With our great old big box of love. Then it was time to gas it up. Throwing in a bit of nitrous oxide is the quickest and easiest way to get some bulk horsepower, right? Don't have to open the engine or anything, it's all external. But fuck, it works well. Our last major mod was a mini spool in the diff center and a set of 389 gears. And we threw on these G60 McCreary's as well for a bit more traction. Then we loaded our Project Bluebird on the trailer and headed to the drag strip. So this was our very first run for the 13s for 1300 Falcon, but as it turned out, when we changed the diff ratio, it fooled the car into believing that it was going much quicker than it actually was, so we were hitting the speed limiter before we got to the finish line. So we tried a few things without much success, and then, well, we hit the nitrous. But unfortunately that wasn't working too well either, and the best we got out of the night was this 14.55 second run. To be honest, we were pretty disappointed. But we lost the wheel off the trailer on the way home, and by the time we fixed it the next day, well, we thought we might as well just head back out to the track. Try some of the things that we didn't get to try the previous night. As it turns out, it worked. We cranked up the timing on this run and it seemed to really help. So we thought we'd try it with a nitrous, which you're not really supposed to do. But that seemed to work as well. You can hear it pop a little bit as it gets off the line, but that indicates it's not getting a clean hit of nitrous. But after that, she really got going. And there we go, 13.41. Alright, So where to now for our project Bluebird? Now we've hit our 13s for 1300 target. We've done that pretty easily by the looks of things, all right? 13.41, you know, and we also ran a 13.67. We would have run more runs, but you know, they closed the track on us, so we could only get those 2 13-second runs in on that day. All right, so we haven't spent all the budget yet though. You know, our total spend so far is $1,149, which gives us $151 left to spend, okay? And I'm thinking, well, you know, I reckon we could get 12s out of this thing for under $1,300. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so a few people have also asked about the XR6 head. Are we going to put that on the car? It doesn't look like it at the moment because the head was $102, and then the gasket kit to fit the head is another $99, so that puts us up over the $1,300 mark. And there's a few other things I'd like to fix first, and I think those things will be sure to get us into the 12s. Okay, so our biggest problem so far has been the speed limiter issue. From the factory, these cars are limited to 180 kilometres per hour, okay? That's their factory speed limiter. Now, because of our gear ratio change, the car thinks it's going much quicker than it actually is. When that speedo hits 180 k's an hour, it cuts all the fuel to the engine, okay? But the trouble is, we're only doing around 150 k's an hour, and we need that extra speed. We're hitting the speed limiter without the gas, so naturally aspirated, and when we turn the gas on, it just makes the problem so much worse, all right? The only reason we ended up going 95, 96 mile an hour is we let it go into 4th gear crossing the line. It's bad for the auto, but we did it anyway, all right, just to get it across the line. All right, so we've got to fix that speed limiter issue. And then there's the popping off the line. Now, when it pops off the line using nitrous, it means it's not getting a good shot of nitrous, okay? So it's not getting a clear hit of nitrous. So we're going to have to fix that issue as well. And, well, those sloppy gear changes aren't real good either. You know, you probably heard it when it was doing its 13-second run. It just sounds sloppy as hell between the gear changes, and I think we can fix that up as well. All right, so they're just a couple little things that we can fix within that $150 we've got left in our $1,300 budget, okay? And if we fix those, I reckon we've got a good shot to going pretty deep into the 12s. How are we going to do it? You're going to have to keep watching to find out.